Thank you. Buongiorno. My name is Vito Martini, straight from Rome. I'm the gossip columnist for the Vatican Inquirer. It's good to be here in America, you know. You probably recognize my song like a zippity-doo-dah. It's important to have a good song, you know, because it makes people feel good. You know, zippity-doo-dah, Mr. Bluebird is sitting on the shoulder. Yeah, that's it right there. Well, if you don't have a good song, you know, intro song, people don't like it. They don't like you. Look at Abraham Lincoln. You know, there's a picture of him. He looks sad, depressed. It's because he didn't have a good song. His song, when he comes out, is about him and the Republic. Nobody likes that. How can you dance to something like that? He needs to get a James Brown thing. I feel good. You know? I get a call from Disney. They say, Father Vito, we own the rights to this song, you know. And we don't think your image fits the song. A priest? I said, well, who fits the image of a song? They say, Goofy. Goofy. Dumbo. Donald Duck and his three illegitimate little nephews, you know. Nobody even knows who the mother is, you know. This is crazy, you know. We have to look into these kind of things, you know. I said, sure. But I love America, and you know, the Pope, he loves a Trump. That's right. He invited Trump over to the Vatican to visit, you know. And one of the days, he says, Father Vito, take the Pope-mobile and two good-looking nuns, go pick up a Trump down at the airport. I said, okay. So here comes a Trump on Air Force One, you know. It comes down, and it's a big old jet plane, you know. Lands, and Trump opens the door, and he's smiling and everything. Everybody go, yeah, Trump. And then he goes like this. Then it goes like this. I know in America, this thing means okay. But in Rome, Italy, this is a really bad thing. It's so bad, I can't even tell you what it means. So Trump and the Pope, they meet, and they go out on the balcony, you know, at the Vatican. They got about 10,000 people out there going, yeah, Trump, yeah, Pope, yeah, Trump. And Pope, he does just like this every time he comes out like this. And then he does just a thing like this, you know. Everybody likes it, all start cheering him. And he goes like this, you know. That's the Pope. We look over there and it's Trump. Everybody's going, yeah, Trump, yeah. He smiles and yeah, Trump. And it goes like this. Yeah, ooh. People, ooh, oh. Oh, you know, just like it goes like this again. Everybody, ooh. But Pope, he liked Trump anyway. And Trump says, can I ask your holiness a question? He says, yeah, sure. Yeah. He says, if a God had made a man in his own image, you know, why aren't we like all invisible? Pope said, that's a good question. I don't know. But he says, I like Trump, but Trump, I'm going to tell you something. Nobody but us in the church know this for many centuries. Many centuries. He says, you know, Jesus Christ in the Bible, he said, well, he has a younger brother. That's right. His name is Billy. Billy Christ. That's right. We know this because we see the paintings, you know. In the painting of Jesus walking on the water. Well, if you look at the painting, you look in the water, there's a little leaf, you know. Well, if you look at it really close, it's the top of a snorkel. Snorkel. Yes, that's right. Billy's under the water wearing a snorkel. And then Jesus is standing on his shoulders like he's walking on the water. You know, Jesus is a great man, you know, but walking on the water, come on, man. Nobody can do that, you know. I don't know how much you know about the Bible. But, you know, in the Bible, there's the 10 Commandments. That's not steal, blah, blah, blah. Well, Moses, he's the one that does this. You know, Moses, he goes up in the mountains. And God talks to him about 30, 40 days, you know. And then God gives him all the commandments. And there's more than 10 commandments. He gives them on a stone of tablet. And Moses, he comes down, to his hometown, and he sees all the people down there like worshiping a cow or something like this. And he gets real mad. And he throws a stone of tablets, and they all just break up, And he goes, uh-oh. And he's an older man, like 90 years old, he's a little grumpy. He's still got a chip on his shoulder from that cow thing, and he tries to remember all the commandments, but he can't, but the only thing he can remember is the 10 commandments. That's right, 10. Thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not lie, things like this. But there's more commandments. This is from God, like a number 11. After eating, wait 1.5 hours before you go swim. You think this is from your mother? No, this is from God. Number 12, whistle while you work. People say, no, that's from Disney. No, Disney, he's stealing from a God. Number 13, while using the Q-tip, go around the outer side of the ear. Don't go poking it into the canal. That's right. Now, this is really important in biblical times because back then they don't have a good Q-tip like we got it now. They had something like a quartz rock or something like this. And they stick it in the ear, and then the sponge had a sponge on it. Sponge break off, they go swimming, and it fills it up and buzzes, you can't hear. It's a really bad thing. Then number 14, do not look at your neighbor's wife through a telescope. I must admit, I'm a little bit guilty about this one myself, but no more. I'm about to use a binoculars. God said nothing about binoculars. That's how you reason around these kind of things. But I get a call from somebody in the church, and he says, Father Vito, please come down here. I'm in trouble. I got to talk to you. I say, okay, my son. So I go down there. He says, Father Vito, I had a near-death experience. Where you die, and you're supposed to go up in a tunnel to the light. He said, well, I die, but instead of going up, I go like this. I fall backwards. And go down and go, boom, and I hit the ground, and I hear this voice, you're in hell. So I get up and look around, and everything in hell is just alike on earth. Everything. No difference. Only 2 things. Number 1, in the hell, all dogs can whistle. And the only song they sing is Dixie. Everyone, all dogs singing Dixie, whistling. That's where you get that boy that sing the earth. You just ain't whistling Dixie. Well, that comes from hell. That's right. Number 2, on the earth with a fig of Newton, the fig is between the Newtons. In the hell, the fig is on the outside of the Newtons. Only thing there are 2 things. And people ask me, say, Father, what happens when you die? We used to know exactly what happened. We thought that life was like a little bubble in a 7-Up, and it goes right up the 7-Up a bottle, and it comes out, and when you die, you go up, go all the way to the top, and you're up there in heaven with the God and the angels and all. If you're good, that's the way you go. But if you're bad, the bubble goes up to 7-Up. And you come out and you only go 4 feet. That's all you do, 4 feet. And sometimes you land on top of a hamburger grill and you're there forever. It's a really bad thing, Well, we find out the Pope, he's got some new information coming out. He's writing a letter right now. It's called Viva Ligistrum, which is Latin for life is work. That's right. Life is a job. For every day your life is a job. You go to the work, and you get paid $14.50 per day for every day of your life. That's right. Now, when you die, you go up a long tunnel. You go to the light, God is sitting there waiting on you. And he looks you like you right in the eye. And then he pays you. That's all right. He's got all the money. He's like a psychic. He already knows how many days you're alive. She has the money ready. He gives you the money, and you got all of this money here. And he says, now we're going to have a life review. And you have to pay for your sins. It's like a fine or something. It's like you steal, in your life, you steal a bag of potato chips. It's like a $1. Lying, you go through your life review. Every time you lie, $10. It's another $10. $10. Steal a hubcap for $400. Run off with your neighbor's wife, $20,000. Murder, that's like $100,000. And when you finish paying for all of this, if you got enough money left over, you get a ticket to go into heaven. And if you don't have enough money, you have to go back and be reborn, live another lifetime to get up the money to get into heaven. Some of the mafioso people, they have to come back as a nun for 3 or 4 lifetimes. And in fact, most nuns are mafia. But I'll leave you with this, and then I need to go back to Roma, but I always have this bad nightmare about 2 or 3 times a week. It's like when I die, I go up there to the light, and God gives me my money, and I'm sitting there, and I'm paying up all my sins, and my nightmare is I'm a 35 cents short. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being a good audience. I enjoyed it very much. Please, blessings to you.